Today I'm going to be replacing my factory downpipe on my 96 7.3 with this new Diamond Eye 2-piece 3-inch downpipe right here. This is probably the most common mod that people with the OBS 7.3s end up doing. What we have is the top piece and the bottom piece that will be connected by the U-bolt. This flange end will be connecting to my factory exhaust. So let's get started. Alright, so there it is. There's the turbo, V-band clamp, and the ugly pancake downpipe. I don't know why they did it like that, but we're removing that today. Oh wow. That thing's disgusting. So this looks like a heat shield. And why is this that shape? Okay, so we're gonna have to go and squeeze the new downpipe through there. I think that's the most difficult part. And then it just connects to the old exhaust. No wonder why people replace them. It's like an inch wide by like 5 inches. I don't know. But this is one ugly downpipe. So let's get this thing off. I'm gonna start by just taking off these clamps that are holding this heat shield on. I'm just gonna cut them off real quick. There's one left down here. It's about right here if you were to see through it. Not going to be able to get that on camera, but make sure you cut that one too. Alright, we got all the clamps off. There was 5 of them total throughout this whole shield. And this should just slip out somewhat. Yep. There's one side. Man, this thing's crusty. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's already touching right here. That's what's keeping it in there. Alright, so after removing the heat shield, we're left with this skinny, disgusting pipe. And in order to get this out, or so I'm told, is we're gonna have to cut it. So I'm gonna cut it from the top, and I'm thinking afterwards, both pieces should slide out. Both the bottom and the top piece should slide out. And if your truck is anything like mine, this clamp doesn't really want to come off, so you have to give it a little assistance. And as it turns out, these 2 bolts connecting the downpipe to the rest of the exhaust, they also don't really want to break loose or anything like that, so I guess I'm gonna need to persuade them a little bit as well. Alright, both bolts cut and nice and loose. This I will use to connect the new downpipe. Now it's actually time to cut this factory one. Alright, so it wasn't too bad. I had to make 2 cuts. One from the bottom. I just kind of went as far up as I could and cut it there. This piece slipped right out. And then this piece, I pulled, this is the Cobra head from the, where it attaches to the turbo. And I pulled that as high as I can and then made a second cut. This one just fell onto the floor and then I was able to pull this one out through the top. So it wasn't too bad. I know some people, they get it out in just one cut, but for me, I had to get it out in two. So now that that's out, we're ready to finally install the new 3-inch downpipe. I'm gonna see if I could just feed this down. As they say, you're gonna have to beat out the firewall, but I'm of course gonna try just to see what it's like without. So under the truck, hopefully you can see, that's where it's hitting that firewall. It's not allowing it to go any further. I'm either gonna have to beat it out a little bit or cut it. I just want to do it as clean as possible. So once I do that, whatever it is that I figure out, I'll get back to you. Alright, so after quite the struggle, I was able to get the first piece attached from the bottom up. I did use a long pry bar and banged out a little bit of room down there, but I must say, don't be like me. I was using a mallet, like I was laying on the ground, using a mallet to kind of smack it in place, like to bring it up, and I didn't realize that the end of the downpipe was actually dragging against the firewall right here, and it tore it up a little bit. So yeah, don't do that. I'll go ahead and give you a quick perspective of what everything looks like from the bottom. Alright, I got it all finished up. Put on the clamp right there to the second piece. And put the 2 bolts right there to connect to the factory exhaust. All finished up. I think this will definitely open up the truck a little bit in comparison to that, I don't know, pancake downpipe that was on it before. I'm really excited to have completed this job. It was definitely, I don't know, it definitely sucked. But you gotta do it. So, there you have it. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned just to see how far we go with this build.